my name's Campbell, if you're new here. I'm a PA student, and I've gotten quite a few questions and comments and asking for a little bit of an introduction, so I thought I'd film kind of a Q&A, sit down. I feel like I'm on a podcast right now. It's very fun. And so I did a little community post and had people send questions, which my boyfriend, Jack, very graciously compiled. I haven't seen any of them, or I've seen a couple, but only in passing. So he's going to be behind the camera asking me the questions, and we'll give it our best go. Okay, I'm gonna try not to spill this, and we can get started, I think.
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The first category is study-related questions.
Okay, fitting.
Number 1, how many hours do you usually study daily?
Ooh, okay, it kind of depends on if it's a weekday or a weekend. Weekday, outside of class, I would say typically I aim for 2 in the morning and at least 3 in the afternoon before school. So I'd say on average like 4 hours a day during the week. Usually a little bit more if I only have a half day of classes, but then on the weekend, let's see, I started at 8 today until noon, so like 4. I'd say like 8 hours during the weekend. It kind of depends since I chunk it up so much and don't do as long of study chunks as I sometimes put videos out for. Was that a good answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say during the week outside of class, like 4 hours. On the weekend, 8 to 10 is my final answer.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that kind of answers the next question, but do you have trouble focusing for long, or have you gotten used to it by now?
I think I'm very in touch with my mind in that I know that if I'm only going to be able to do like 2 hours, I'm only going to commit to doing 2 hours. But then there are some days where I wake up and I'm like, no, I'm ready to grind. I'm ready to lock in. So it kind of depends on where I'm at, like anxiety wise, where I'm at in the testing schedule, which kind of contributes to the anxiety, but that's okay. Yeah, so it kind of depends. I'm more used to it now, but also very respectful if I'm like, I only want to do 2 hours. That's Sawyer.
I guess we should say too that we didn't get everybody's question because there were some duplicates, so if you don't hear your exact question, I think someone else just asked the same thing first.
Yeah, and feel free to comment on this video, and I'll try to respond more in the comments.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you so consistent, Cam?
Ooh.
I really want to study like you do, but halfway through I start feeling like I don't want to study anymore. Do you feel like that too? How do you keep going?
So relatable. Okay, let me break down what I think that question was. So as far as getting distracted mid-study session, I try my best to eliminate as many distractions as I can. Obviously, I have the cats around, which can be a little bit distracting. It's a blessing, but also a distraction. But I keep my phone in another room. I put on Do Not Disturb. I use the little extension Forest to kind of block what websites I can access. So I do my best to eliminate distractions, but obviously they're bound to happen, especially like I get like anxious spirals, or I get like thinking about, I wonder what this celebrity is doing right now, and just really random thoughts. One thing I've done with that is keeping a notebook next to me, and like when I have those random thoughts of like, I wonder what flavor ice cream is out now from this random brand, or just really like you know the thoughts I'm talking about. I have a notepad next to me. I'll write those down to research or look up later, just so that way I'm like honoring the thought and putting it aside, but also not allowing myself to get too far distracted. Did I miss any parts of that question?
I don't know.
Okay. And I also use a lot of self-talk, but I think that there are questions maybe later on about that. But yes, kind of redirecting my attention, but also just letting the thought be a thought and not having to go down every rabbit hole that my brain wants to. I apologize if that was a little disjointed.
Tuesday wants to go outside. No, I think that was good.
Okay.
Next question. How do you manage to stay positive and not procrastinate?
Fear. No, I'm just kidding. I've been thinking about this question because it's like I do get it a lot. I don't procrastinate information I'm genuinely excited about. There are certainly classes where I'm like, I really couldn't care less about this. For example, we recently had dermatology, and the lectures on acne and pattern baldness, as important as they are and as much as I respect dermatologists for the work that they put into helping people with those issues, I don't care. So like there's certainly things that I do procrastinate, and that doesn't always come off on camera, but I try my best to remind myself like there is a purpose to all the information I'm learning, and it hopefully will help someone in the future. So especially being in medicine, it's kind of, I try my best to focus on, okay, you have future patients that might benefit from you knowing this information. So I try to like reword it in my mind, but also please, like I definitely procrastinate too. It's just not always filmed.
Okay. Do you find group study sessions effective?
No. Next question. No, I'm just kidding.
That's okay, because we're like 5 minutes in and we have like 45 questions.
Okay, so in short, no.
But they did ask both the live streams and IRL. So what about the live streams?
Sometimes, but also I have such like we like call it like the International Study Club, and that can get distracting, especially when people are speaking in their native language or not quite sure of kind of the study club vibe and the timers, and so like,
trying to dunk on you.
Yeah, exactly. I've gotten some people dunking on me, so yeah, that can get a little distracting. Trying to play moderator and make sure everyone's having a good time, but I try to only do it when I'm in the mood. Because I went on a streak where I'm like, oh, I'm going to do it every day. And I just kind of overextended myself. And I'm a very introverted person, which doesn't come off on camera. But, okay, sorry, I'm taking too long to respond to things.
Okay. Do you listen to music while studying? If yes, what kind?
I don't listen to music with lyrics. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of video game soundtracks. I cracked this and never opened it. Or I opened it but never drank it, but that's okay. So I'm listening to a lot of video game soundtracks like Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, a lot of the Nintendo world, because I like the upbeat but don't like lyrics because they distract me.
Good.
Okay.
Hi, I really enjoy your channel. My question is, what are some healthy study habits that you find yourself doing?
I think we've talked a lot about like the distraction methods, making sure to also balance out like not depriving yourself of bathroom breaks or snacks, or if you have the mindset of I need to keep pushing and keep going, and I just recommend not adopting negative or kind of harmful habits for the sake of productivity. Like I see a lot of my classmates like, oh, I haven't used the bathroom in so long because I haven't drank water, and kind of bragging about how they're able to study more because of it. But I try your best to maintain as much balance as possible. Like you see me get up from sessions all the time to go get water, go to the bathroom, or what have you. Like don't put your needs first.
Mm-hmm. So my question is quite broad, but
Okay.
I would love to know a little bit more about how you study. Like, do you take notes on your iPad, or do you prefer handwritten notes or diagrams? I just want to know more about your systems and methods and mindset.
Okay, so as far as the type of notes, I generally don't write a lot of handwritten notes because that requires an extra step of scanning them into my iPad. Because when I go on clinical rotations, I want to have all of my notes at the palm of my hand or in my iPad, which I'll keep in my clinical bag. So I generally don't handwrite a lot of notes, and the notes I do write on my iPad are based off of charts that are handed down from the upperclassmen, and so I use a lot of chart based notes, and I add my own thoughts to them and kind of make this beautiful collage of different sources. Like I watch videos like Ninja Nerd and Cram the Pants. Sawyer in the background is currently, I don't know how the best word to describe it, but using her claws to couch surf. Anyway, so I'll watch YouTube videos and write extra notes on the iPad. Yeah, I don't feel like I do anything special or groundbreaking. Did I miss a part?
No.
Okay.
I said, mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is it for study-related questions.
Okay.
On to the next.
Sorry if my advice is not great. I feel like those are a lot of advice questions, and I don't think I have anything super groundbreaking. I think I already used that word. Anyway, what's the next section?
Channel.
Okay.
Your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Cam&hercats.
Yes.
Do you plan on having an Instagram page for this YouTube channel?
If people would be interested, yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what I would post. I would if people would like follow it and would let me know what kind of content they'd want to see, I'd consider it. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
How did you get into making Study With Me?
I loved watching them, especially, I'll shout out some people, not that they need shout outs, but Sabrina Yang, Karma Medic, James Schultz. Those are like the 3 ones I would watch, but I just wanted them to be chatty, and like all the breaks felt so inorganic, and they didn't feel like I was actually studying with a friend, because I get very distracted when I'm studying with friends. So I wanted the energy of studying with a friend, but not the easily distractible environment that came with it. So yeah, I appreciated the vibe that Sab Yang created, and I kind of wanted to pay it forward and make more, because she's so busy making so many other amazing videos.
Can you tilt the microphone a bit?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Like you can tilt the thing.
Oh, how's that?
A little bit more.
A little bit more. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. That was it.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question. These 2 are for me, sort of.
Okay.
What program does your boyfriend use to edit your videos / add the timer at the bottom? I'm thinking about making Study With Me videos as well to keep myself accountable. I used a program called DaVinci Resolve. There's a free version which can do all the stuff that I do for the Study With Me's. So yeah, it's super easy to use. Just watch a couple YouTube videos. I'm going to get you up to speed really quick. The next question is, what camera do we use to film? The camera's called Canon C100. It's an old documentary cinema camera. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen when I edit this. It looks kind of big and scary and professional, but it's not really expensive because it's super old. So yeah,
I'm glad he was here for that, because I wouldn't know how to answer.
Yeah, and I like to use it because it has microphone inputs full sized, and a lot of new small cameras don't have that. So yeah. Next question for Cam. Would you stop filming Study With Me videos when you're done with your degree?
I think it's gonna definitely depend on where I end up, career-wise, and how much work I have that gets carried home. I definitely won't be posting as frequently because I'll be working, and obviously I'm not going to film in the hospital. I did a couple reading with me's, and a couple people like that, not as much as the Study With me's, but I would definitely I would definitely keep doing those. And I think if I was able to bring work home and I had more administrative tasks like catching up on notes or pre-reading or stuff like that, and I could keep it very obviously respect my patient's confidentiality, then yes, I would, but it'll kind of depend on where I end up career-wise.
Okay. Last question for the channel section.
Okay.
What's the best part of making Study With Me videos?
The comments, and the recording process is so lovely, and so it excuse me, frog in my throat, keeps me accountable as well. But I think when I open up I have the YouTube studio on my phone, and I open up comments to respond to, and seeing people reach their goals and reach their milestones and update me, I just feel like it's such an honor to be part of that process and help people in this little way.
Good. Awesome. All right. Next section, career/goals.
Okay.
All right. This is a big one. You ready?
I hope
Don't
so.
take this the wrong way, but do you have a goal in life? Like something that drives you to get out of bed? I know you're a PA student, but does that make you happy? I'm preparing for college entrance exams, and honestly, I feel nothing toward my studies. I'm just doing it because I have to.
I used to feel that way in my previous path. My previous program, I've talked about it a bit before, but I was going to be getting my master's in prosthetics and orthotics, which is, if you're not familiar, it's replacing limbs that have been lost via amputation or congenital limb differences, helping people maintain function or regain function after that. And orthotics are the braces you see applied to people. You have the baby helmets is the classic example people think of for when there's a misshapen head. So I think I definitely I woke up kind of dreading it and doing it because that's what thought I was supposed to do. I moved several like 10 hours away from where I grew up to go to college for it, and I was like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing. And then I discovered a field that I was really excited about, PA, where I am now. So I think I genuinely have so much passion for this field, and thinking about future patients that I'll get to help is what gets me out of bed. And even it's like I always bring up derm, but like even parts of, I don't know, I don't want to keep dogging on derm, but yeah, I hope that answers that. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Next question is related. Why did you decide to pursue being a PA?
So going off of the prosthetics and orthotics, it was a lot more time spent in the fabrication space, and I got to interact with patients and kind of help get their measurements and help fit the devices to them. But I didn't get to do any of the diagnosing or doing the treatment plan. The practitioner it was a PA who would say, okay, I want this type of brace, I want this degree of flexibility, I want this degree of movement, this kind of arch. Like, they would list every single point, and it's called a prosthetist orthotist, the technician basically, which is what I was supposed to do. The person I worked with, she would just go by all the instructions, and I was so much more interested in staying with the patient and learning about their story and what got them there and what their surgery was like. I just was more interested in the medical side of things versus the device side of things. And I think there are questions about MD versus PA maybe. No. Okay, that got commented after we compiled the list. But yeah, I liked a lot of things about being a PA. And then we have lateral flexibility. Like, we don't have to choose one rotation or one specialty to like focus on. Like, whereas docs, once they do their residency, like, they're stuck being a cardiothoracic surgeon. Whereas I could be a cardiothoracic surgery PA, decide I don't like it, or decide I want to change of pace and switch to doing outpatient pediatrics. Like, there's really easy flexibility there. And I liked that it was only a 2-year program.
Cool. Next question is very open-ended. Sawyer's couch surfing on this couch now too. How do you make difficult decisions?
I'm a big fan of pros and cons lists, but I like to walk down each, if I have the time, walk down each pathway, assuming it's a 2-way pathway, and kind of see what the next steps are if that decision was what I made. And then trusting my gut as much as I can, although I'm not great at that. My confidence hasn't been amazing, so I'm not super confident in my decision-making skills right now, at least clinically. But non-clinically, it's a lot of kind of mentally making sure I'm in a space where I'm able to make decisions and not frantically acting, and kind of exploring each option in my head, or journal about it, or make pros and cons lists.
Good. Great answer. Why are you laughing at me?
No, I'm not. I just feel like it wasn't that great of an answer.
It was. See, there's the confidence coming up again.
Yeah.
I'll jump to a related question. Were there moments you felt like giving up?
Yes.
How did you keep pushing forward?
There were definitely moments. There are still moments, to be quite candid, where I'm like, I'm never going to get this. And I just keep reminding myself, like, if I wasn't meant to be here, I would have been taken out. Like, my program is very rigorous and very hard, yes. So I think if I wasn't meant to be here, I would have been kicked out, or I would have been recommended to leave. So reminding myself, statistically, I'm here for a reason. And I hate being so cheesy, but my future patients need me. There's a provider shortage, and I want to help fix that. And I won't go too down that cheesy kind of spiral. But yeah, I just think about who I could help with by staying on the path that I'm on.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the worst and best thing about your life as a student?
Can we skip this one? And I want to think about it while I answer more. Yeah. Because I want to come back to it.
Sure. How did you choose your major in university?
I kind of answered that, but I was recruited by my undergrad college to run cross country and track. And part of the recruitment process in the US, if you're not familiar, is like obviously they see you as an athlete, but they want you to like their school for the academics as well. So the coaches will kind of get a sense of what you like and what you dislike and help recommend programs that are unique to their school. So my the coach, she was asked like, oh, what are you interested in? And at the time I was interested in, I loved biomechanics and kinesiology as well as engineering. And so she's like, oh, I have the perfect program for you. So I thought that's what I wanted to do, and I did more shadowing once I got to undergrad and realized that's not what I wanted to do. So I ended up getting my bachelor's in health science and then going to grad school.
Good.
Okay, wait, I think I have an answer for the other one. So my favorite part is the opportunities. They're rare, but the opportunities I get to help actual people and get to use my knowledge, even though it's small and it's not, wait, do I have a good answer? I guess, yeah, like we have a lot of outreach opportunities, and when I get to explain what a PA is and what a PA does and seeing people recognize, like trust the profession a little bit more, I like those moments. I've had a couple random encounters where like I was getting ice cream and this guy had heat exhaustion, and I was like, wow, I actually know what to do here and I can make a difference, and kind of getting a glimpse of what my life will be like as a provider. I think that's the best part, is I'm learning something that's so applicable, and I'll get to help my future kids, and I get to help Jack with the knowledge I gained from school. It's like it has a real life application, which I think is really neat. As far as the worst part right now, I think I feel very out of touch from the patients that are needing help because I'm in the classroom all day, 8 to 4. But I start rotations. I have 3 months left in the classroom, and then I start clinical rotations where I'm out with patients every day. So that's exciting, but I'd say that's the worst part right now, is being so close but so far.
Okay, last question for this category.
Okay.
Will you miss being a student?
No.
Okay, that was easy.
A formal student. I love learning, and I love getting to learn from people, especially when they're really like smart and good at what they do. So I'm excited to continue learning in a clinical setting, but as far as being in the classroom formally, I will not be missing that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now on to the fun questions.
Okay.
Well, not the fun questions category, but more fun questions.
Okay.
Personal life. Number 1, tell us about your cats.
They are hoots. Sawyer is very cuddly, and she's a little bit like my shadow when I'm here. So she's the black one. She's the one that sits at my desk when I film. She sleeps at my feet at night. Whenever I go into different rooms, she'll follow me. So she's a bit more lovey-dovey, not cuddly, but just very like quality time.
Mm-hmm. And also, I should add, you can't see her, but she's been sitting like right below the camera.
Yeah,
right
this
there,
whole time.
This whole
Like I said, not very cuddly, but likes being close. And then Tuesday is very rowdy, very rambunctious, super curious. Like it seems like she's exploring a new crevice of the house every single day, and I just love getting to see the world through her eyes.
And she loves sitting on top of the fridge.
Yes, she loves sitting on top of the fridge, loves sitting in weird places. She had a phase where she would climb on curtains, like up shower curtains, up like floor to ceiling. She's so rambunctious and rowdy, and Sawyer and I are just sitting there kind of like looking at her. So, yeah.
Cool. What do you usually do other than studying? There aren't many things I can do except studying, and I'm not even that good at studying either. But I'm trying, though. I don't know how long it will take.
Same. When I'm not studying, this sounds so like I'm trying to, I don't know. I like to sleep. I like baking. I love baking. I want to get back into baking bread. I'm not as big of a cook or a chef. Jack does that. But I like to bake. I like making things. I used to make my own kombucha. I said I wanted to get back into baking bread, like sourdough. I do love reading. I don't do as much fictional reading just because of school. I like taking care of my plants, like hanging out with them and doing like plant chores. Like they're chores, but I have fun with it. Am I missing anything?
Mm-mm.
I like to thrift, like go to thrift stores. Hiking, walking. The normal stuff. I don't know.
Climbing.
Oh, I used to indoor rock climb. Is that a good segue?
No.
Okay.
I think that's like everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Did you ever struggle with social media or YouTube addiction? If yes, how did you get over it? Parentheses, I'm trying to stop my YouTube addiction myself.
Don't have the YouTube app on your phone, because then you can kind of embarrass yourself and be like, are you really that addicted that you're going on Safari, typing in youtube.com, and then having to go through the Google's recommended and then click like that kind of is embarrassing to me. Like I tell myself that. I don't have any social media on my phone besides Pinterest and YouTube Studio. If I need to log into Instagram, I have to do it on my computer. Again, kind of embarrassing. So yeah, I guess like put as many obstacles as you can to doing the social media, but I don't think I ever struggled with like an addiction.
I think that's a good answer.
Okay.
This is a PS from the same question.
Okay.
Oh, and how old are you? I'm 17.
Okay, so I've always been dodgy about this question because I feel like I wouldn't want anyone to compare their journey to mine, but I'm 22. I just turned 22. I didn't just turn 22. It's November.
Just 6 months ago.
Just 6 months ago. 22 and a half.
Okay. Do you play the piano? It's so gorgeous.
It is, but I do not. Jack behind the camera is so talented and so artistic. I am not. He plays the piano. I love bragging about him. So he also plays the guitar, the bass, and the drums. Mostly self-taught for those. And he also sings. So
I do it all.
You do it all.
Okay, next question. What got you so into plants?
I have a very caretaker energy. Like that brings me a lot of joy, is providing, like putting love into others. And I can't have kids right now. I'm in school, so my cats and my plants are the next best thing. I've had plants forever. Like since I was in high school, I liked the aspect of getting to put love into them and seeing the effects. Like seeing a new leaf popped up would make my week, because it's cool seeing life grow around you.
Mm-hmm. And shout out Benji Plant. We love Benji.
Oh yes, I love Benji Plant on YouTube. Jack and I will watch him together. He made it look so fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question.
Okay.
How long have you been with Sawyer and Tuesday?
So Tuesday we got March 20. I don't like thinking about it because it makes me sad doing the math of like cats' average lifespans. Anyway, Sawyer like a year and a half. Tuesday like 2.5 years.
Something like that.
Like 3 years. It makes me sad. We're gonna move on. Oh, hi, ma'am.
It's fine.
I know, but I feel bad. Okay.
Okay.
Under 3 years for both of them.
Yeah.
Tuesday we've had for longer because we got her when she was 8 months or 8 weeks. See, I told you, Rowdy, like she loves crawling under things. Okay.
What's a core memory with Sawyer and Tuesday?
Tuesday is the day we brought her home. She looked like a little alien baby and was so tiny, like she could fit in my hand. And we trying to introduce her one room at a time. So we introduced her to the den first, which is, if you've seen my old, not my old, but like my old videos, where there was a big window in the background, that's our den. And in there we used to have a piano with, how would you describe, like what modifications did you make?
It just didn't have the front on it.
Gotcha. And so there was a little like crevice.
I'll put the picture on.
Oh, okay, perfect. Anyway, she fell asleep in the piano and we were just watching her, and she like just was so happy and small. And that's a core memory with Sawyer, or Tuesday, excuse me. So sorry. Sawyer, I don't have a core memory with her. She's just my bestie. Like,
Maybe
I guess like,
when we brought her home and they fought.
Oh yeah.
That's like for both of them too.
Yeah. Just seeing their personalities kind of interact for the first time. But yeah, just I guess like the first time I woke up and she was at my feet, or when like I kind of bend my knees when I sleep and she was kind of cuddled up there. I guess I don't have like a core memory with her.
Sawyer doesn't really do anything.
She's just lovey. Like she doesn't have.
She likes getting held.
Yeah, I guess that was another thing. Is like when I like learned that she likes being held like a baby with her belly up and her legs up. That was a good memory.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me see where we are. What would an ideal day of your life look like?
Ooh. I guess so. Jack likes to sleep in, and but he stays up very late. I'm the opposite. Ideal day would be no alarm, waking up. I wake up naturally pretty early, so like 7 or 8. I would try to not set an alarm, and I would probably put my phone in another room. I think wake up. In a perfect world, I would have had something baked, like a baked good that I made prior, and popped that in the toaster, toasted that, had a beautiful cup of coffee that I got to slow make, played with the cats because they're usually kind of like very rambunctious in the morning when I wake up, so I'll get the laser with them. Go to a cafe. I've made the coffee from home though. I don't need to go to a cafe. I think going on like a nice long walk with a good podcast, and then around that time Jack would wake up and we could go thrifting or go to lunch together, and then come back, probably do like some plant tasks when the light is really good, read a bunch,
Get pizza for dinner,
and then like watch a movie and go to bed early. That sounds perfect. Wow.
Do you do that sometime?
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's nice when your perfect day is something you can do.
Yeah. I'm not very much like a go out and do. Like, I like making a little safe haven here.
Yeah. Okay, next question. You touched on a little bit, but did you play any sports? I
ran cross country and track all throughout high school. Track was the one I was better at, and then before that I did like soccer, but I wasn't very good. Soccer was just, I grew up in Virginia, and in the area I grew up in, soccer was like the thing to do. I also swam, but not as good as some people.
Okay. This is another question from the same person. Also, are you more of a night owl or an early bird kind of person?
Very much early bird.
I've been trying to be an early bird lately, but I have an all-nighter tradition, so I could really use some tips on that.
Power to you. I could never be an all-nighter person. I joke about it, like what would happen. I guess as far as like being gracious with yourself and knowing that it's not going to happen overnight, I like to do as much as I can to eliminate any decisions I have to make in the morning. So I'll put my outfit out the night before. I'll make plan out breakfast. I'll write a morning to-do list for like what I can do to kind of get the momentum started, because I feel like half the battle is deciding what you want to start with. I do as many things as I can to make less decisions for myself in the morning, and then have very loud annoying alarms.
Many of them.
Many of them.
Spaced only minutes apart.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 minutes apart. Just annoy yourself enough that you get up.
Okay, this is the last personal life question.
Okay.
How did you and Jack meet? You guys are literally couple goals, manifesting a relationship like you guys.
Just wait. You don't force it. The reason why I've mentioned the segue is when I came up to where I live now from Virginia, I rock climbed in Virginia with my dad and my brother. Indoor rock climbing, nothing crazy. But the kind of rock climbing I do is the one where you have a belay partner on the ground. And so when I did it with my brother and my dad, like we would just kind of all belay for each other. And I came up here, and the gym that's local, they don't have anybody to belay for you, so you have to kind of come with your belay buddy. And so I was looking for a belay buddy, couldn't find anyone that matched my schedule. And I'm like, you know what, let me use my resources wisely. So I got on Hinge, and I put in my little bio, like looking for a rock climbing partner. And this guy was like, oh yeah, like I rock climb. And we got to chatting. I'm like, oh, he's really cute. I like his personality, I like his jokes. And then he asked me to go on a hike, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Like I get to know you pre-rock climbing hike. Great. And he's like, yeah, I don't rock climb. Sorry. I just wanted to go on a date with you. And I'm like, you know what? I respect it. And yeah.
The rest was history.
The rest is history. We haven't been apart since.
It's true.
You're stuck with me.
Yeah, you're stuck with me. Yeah, that's it. Next 2 categories. We're almost there.
Okay.
Favorites. Do you have a favorite motivational quote or phrase?
Your future self will thank you. And what would the best version of myself do? When that's another thing, going back to the making decisions, like, okay, what would the best version of me do? Or what would the best version of me choose?
Okay. Do you like reading books?
Yes.
Fiction? Do you have any favorite authors?
Carl Hyacin. is my favorite author.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah, he's a Florida-based author, and he writes about like a lot of like mysteries that have some sort of ecologic, environmental commentary. He writes a little bit of like, there's a little bit of political satire. I don't know. He's not for everyone, but he's my favorite. I've read every single one of his books, and I have thrifted versions of every single book lining one of our shelves in the den.
Yeah. I just will note too, there's only a couple questions left, so feel free to elaborate if you want to.
On the Carl Hyacin?
No, I just mean.
Okay.
Answers.
It's like I feel like I said everything.
Yeah. What's your favorite book genre of all time?
If I want to fast read, a rom-com, like a cutesy little small town girl or small town boy, like one of the cheesy tropes. If I want a fast read, like a beach read. If I want like an enjoyment read, I'd say a mystery, murder mystery, kind of like you don't get all the details, you're learning things along the way, it's not super obvious, you have to kind of figure it out alongside the character. Not like one of those where like you know it but the character doesn't, and you kind of are watching them and like enraged at their lack of insight. I also really like, it's just funny because a lot of people, like my classmates who are in medicine, don't like enjoy reading about medicine or reading stories that have kind of a medical element. I do. I love hearing from the perspective of other physicians or other providers. I like, my favorite TV shows are The Pitt. I like Grey's Anatomy, less so like the more recent seasons. I liked the OG ones. What other shows do I like that are medical related? Oh, Scrubs. Mm-hmm. Love Scrubs. Yeah, I think like a mystery.
Good.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite music artists?
Ooh. I like Taylor Swift. I'm so basic. I like Taylor Swift. I love country music, kind of unpopular opinion, but I grew up in Virginia, so that's my excuse. So for country music, I love Kenny Chesney. I like, not all, she doesn't just do country, but I like Casey Musgraves. I like more lo-fi. Cave Town is a good one. I love the Chicks. It's country. I see, he has such good music taste, so I'm embarrassed talking about this because I like Taylor Swift, which is, there's nothing wrong with Taylor Swift. It's just not very original. Yeah, I don't listen to a ton of new music though. It's a lot of the same playlist over and over again. Mario. That's a good one.
Okay, two more. Who's your favorite fictional character?
Does it have to be a book, or can it be TV?
Just someone else's question, so whatever.
Dr. Mel King from The Pitt.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
She's adorable. No, that's like a superficial question because she's not even that, like, her personality isn't that well displayed on the show. My favorite character.
Elle Woods.
Yes. I get that comment. It's so cute every single time. I love Elle Woods. Yeah. Snaps for Jack.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
Oh, and Donna from Mamma Mia.
I can't forget Mamma Mia.
Can't forget Mamma Mia. I do. I like ABBA. That's another like musical artist or band. Yeah, I don't know if I have like a favorite that comes to mind.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. What are your favorite books?
Sorry, that was into the mic. Favorite books. I love Being Mortal by Atul Gawande. That's a nonfiction book. I can talk about it. I love that book. He's a general surgeon who specializes in, I believe, endocrine tumors. So he's like a surgical oncologist. And talks a lot about his like different anecdotes that he's learned from patients. So that's like a more serious book. For a not so serious book, I actually thought about this a lot more and wasn't on the spot. I did a community post, so whatever I said for that reigns true. Yeah, I don't have another one that comes to mind for fiction.
Okay. We good?
Yeah.
Last category.
Okay.
Fun questions.
Okay.
Okay. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
My shoe size. I go into Nordstrom Rack or anywhere like a department store where you like have like the lines. They always have 8s. They always have 9s. I'm a size 11 and a half. If you're not from America and don't use the US shoe size, like that's big. Like I wear like men's shoes most times. So if I had like
because you're very tall. I don't think people know how tall
okay,
you are.
yeah, that's true. I am 6 foot. So that is quite, I don't know what that is in centimeters, but that is tall. So my feet are technically proportional to that. But I have a hard time finding cute shoes
But
in
you can wear all
person.
my clothes.
But exactly, I can wear all his clothes and they look normal. So that's a bonus.
Okay. It's a bonus for some of us.
Yeah.
Let
Exactly.
me see. If you had to choose an alternate profession, what would you pursue?
Park ranger. No. I think teaching. I really like teaching. The school system in America has a lot of flaws. But I think I'd find a lot of joy with teaching.
That's a good one.
Do you have another one, like something that I would do?
That I think you would do?
Yeah. Barista.
You love making drinks.
Like own my own coffee shop. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah. That also sells plants and books. Although that's not an original idea. They've thought that on Pinterest, definitely.
But that would be something you would like.
Yeah. Alternate world.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
One day. Retirement plan.
If you had to choose one season to live in for a whole year, what would it be?
New England fall. But like a good fall.
Lots of leaves.
Lots of leaves, crispy, not humid, not too damp, not too cold.
We had a pretty good fall so far.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, this is the final question.
This is fun. Yeah.
If your life was a book, what would this current chapter be called? This is a hard one.
It is. Like, I want to say something funny, but nothing's coming to mind. Do you have something? Like, what word would you use?
I don't know.
I don't have anything witty to say. The grind. I don't know, like something along those lines that are better. I'm not familiar with like how titling books goes.
Well, it's just a chapter.
Oh, a chapter.
Yeah, I guess just what's like
behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I think a lot of what people think of when they think of medicine is like your career and like actually working with patients, but this is my behind the scenes, like before I get to be trusted with working with patients.
Yeah, that's.
I feel like they're gonna think my whole personality is just being a hey student.
Well, that's all you do.
Yeah,
right now. It's so busy.
That's true. All right, that was the last one.
That's it. Yeah. Any closing thoughts?
Thank you. I feel so bad. Why couldn't they have done this the whole time? Is Sawyer in the frame? Yeah. Oh, well. I'm not going to move for a while, but if that's the last one, thank you so much. Thank you, Jack, for reading those questions. And yeah, I look forward to studying with you guys in the future.
All right.
All right. Bye.